Using this simple N8N setup, you can make unlimited number of AI videos on your local machine on any topic you are interested in with just a few clicks.
9-step guide to true happiness. If you want to feel more joyful and fulfilled.
Hello guys, welcome back.
If you are new here, my name is Prashant. I spent over 15 years working in film and animation industry for studios like DreamWorks and MPC.
And now we've started NoCodeDad, a community where my dad teaches me how to use AI and automation to make real income and build some cool projects.
You can even hack to our school community right now and download the setup right away.
The link's in the description below.
Alright guys, let's get started. This is the setup I'm talking about. This setup is called stick figure local setup. This setup consists of 6 steps. Step 1 is called generate script. Here we are going to create the script for our YouTube video. Step 2 is generate image prompt and audio for each chapter. Step 3 is called create images. Here we are going to create images for chapter. In the step 4 we are creating the clips based on the images we generated. In step 5 we are combining the clips and adding audios and captions for it. And in step 6 we are combining all the chapters to assemble our final video. So let's go to step 1. This setup is made for local N8N installation. For this setup to work perfectly, you have to go through this checklist. All the steps of this checklist is explained in the start of this video. Once you're done with the checklist, you can directly go to step 1. Alright, let's go to step 1, which is create a script and audio for all chapters. First node in the step 1 is called schedule trigger. This is just a trigger to define how often you want to run this setup. The next node is a Google Sheet read node. Here in this node, we are reading this Google Sheet. Let me explain you how this Google Sheet is working. Step 1, just give your video a video ID. Add a status, create. Here, you define a reference video title. For my video, I'm using this reference title, the 9-step guide to true happiness. You can take reference video title from any YouTube video you like. Then here you define your video description. I created this video description using ChatGPT. So I'm just copying this one to video 17. And here in video duration, you define how long your video will be. These numbers are in seconds. So a 240 seconds video is equal to 4 minutes. But make sure you understand that these numbers are not perfect, since AI agent makes some estimations. Let's go back to N8N. So let's understand how this node is working. Double click and see what we are doing here. So it's a Google Sheet node, which you can add by using this plus button and type Google Sheet and get rows in sheet option. Double click inside and see what we are doing here. First, we have to define our Google Sheet credentials. Watch this video if you had not set up your Google Sheet credentials. After that, you define which Google Sheet you want to read. I'm reading this Google Sheet, which is defined here. And I'm reading this sheet 1 inside the Google Sheet, this one. After that, we are reading a row which has the status create. And we are also saying just read only the first matching row. Let's execute this node. Once this node is executed, all the data from your Google Sheet is inside your N8N setup. Let's go to the next node. The next node is an AI agent. Here, you are using a large language model, a think node, and a structured output parser. And this is your main AI agent node. Let's double click inside AI agent and see what we are doing here. So first we are defining a prompt. This is the prompt I'm using. Make the script for YouTube video using this reference title and this transcript. We also define a system message here. In system message, we are describing our prompt in more details. This is the system message I am using. I define a role, I define some critical rules, and then how I want my output. I specifically told AI agent to give me the output in this JSON format. The same thing is described in structured output parser. Double click inside and you will see that my JSON prompt is mentioned here. Also make sure when you're using structured output parser, please enable require specific output format. This node is a think node. We have to just add it. You have to do no changes in this node. Here we are defining watch large language model we want to use. To add this node, just click on this plus button and say Open AI. You will see the Open AI chat model here. So let's execute AI agent. This will create script for all the chapters for this video. So the script is now generated. You will see that here. We have total 5 chapters in this video generated by our AI agent. Let's go to next step, which is split out node. Double click inside and see what this node is doing. Here in this section, you will see the output from previous node. If you go in the table view, you will see that all the output from the previous node is coming in just one column. What this node will do is split the output based on this output name. So let's execute this node. Once you execute this node, you can see all the output is divided into this table. Let's go to the next node. Here, we started working on our local AI models. For this to work properly, please follow the checklist. Double click inside this create audio step node and then see what we are doing. Basically, this is an HTTPS request node where we are using a post method and going to this URL, which is a port on your local machine. If you click on your Docker desktop dashboard, you must have all these installed in your local machine under N10 Docker local container. So this one is Kokoro. So here in this node, we are using a post method and calling the Kokoro TTS on our local machine. We don't need any authentication since this is a local model, but we do have to define a JSON prompt. This model name is Kokoro and we are inputting the transcript for our chapter. So let's execute this node. This node will take some time since we are generating the audio for all the 5 chapters. The audio will be generated in your N10 Docker local setup directory under the temp section. You can take a reference from this video. I explained how the local installation works. So now we have all our audio generated. Let's view one of them.
We're diving into practical habits and mindsets happy people use to.
Once the audio is generated, we have to save this audio in the disk. Right now they are in our caches. Let's save it to the disk in this next node. Double click inside. This is a read-write file from disk node. Here we are using the operation write to disk and we are defining our folder, which is this, and we are using the input binary field to data. Execute this node and all your audios will be saved in this directory. Let's go to next node, which is calculate audio length. It's basically a code node and here we are running this script for each item. Coming to this node, items are these, which are basically 5 chapters. Here we are saying I want to know the audio length for each chapter. Let's execute this node. This will give you the exact audio length for each chapter in seconds. Let's write all this information back to our Google Sheet in the chapter sheet using this last node of step 1. Double click inside and see what we are doing here. Again, the Google Sheet credential will be there, Google Sheet name, and then the specific sheet is chapters. We are adding these information, the video ID, the chapter ID, the status to create, the transcript, the audio duration, the audio URL, the video title, and the video description. So let's execute this node. See, all the chapter information is now updated in our Google Sheet. Here, let's go back to N10. This is the completion of step 1. Alright, let's go to step 2, which is generate image prompts. Here in this step, the first node is same, the schedule trigger. Let's execute this. Now here we are reading the sheet 1 and the chapter sheet. So let's execute both of these nodes. The third node is an AI agent. The structure is almost the same. Let's go inside the AI agent and understand what I'm writing inside this prompt. So here I'm just saying make image prompt. Here is the transcript. I enabled require specific output format here, and in the system message I'm defining in details what exactly I want from my AI agent. So first I define the role, I given some constraint and guidelines, and here I define how I want my clips to look like, and in the end I'm defining the return format, which is a JSON array. So let's execute this node. This node will generate the image prompts for the first chapter. So you notice that AI agent has generated the image prompt, all the clips which we need for this chapter. And there are total 4 image prompts generated for chapter 1. Because chapter 1 is the introduction, it's smaller than the other chapters. So let's go to the next node, which is again a split out node. It's doing the same thing. It's taking the 1 row, 1 column output from AI agent and making it into this format. Let's go to next node, which is a code node in JavaScript. Here in the code node, which runs for each items, we are defining how long each clip will be based on the text used in the clip, which is this text. So let's execute this node. This will give you clip duration for each clip, and it will be a different number based on what amount of text will be there in the clip. Once you have this information, we will update this information back into our Google Sheet again using this append clip node. Double click inside and see what we are doing here. First, we define our credentials. We define where we want to write in our Google Sheet. Basically in the clips sheet, and what exactly we want to write is defined here. Video ID, chapter ID, clip status to create, our image prompt, which we generated, the image text which we want, and the clip duration. Let's execute this node. Once you execute this node inside your Google Sheet, under clips section, you will see all this information about clips available here. Let's go back to N10. So now we are done with step 2. Alright, let's go to step 3, which is create images. The first node in the step 3 is again a schedule trigger. So just execute schedule trigger. Then we have 3 Google Sheets nodes here. We are basically reading sheet 1, chapters, and clips. Let's execute all of them together. This will bring all the information regarding this video back into N10. The next couple of nodes is a loop. We can't run these nodes individually. So we're gonna run them from here, but I will explain you all these nodes first. So this is loop over item. Basically, it means every one item will go through all these nodes, and then this loop goes 4 times because there are 4 items which are coming from the previous node. So the second node inside the loop is called the edit fields node. Double click inside and see what we are doing here. So it's basically a manual mapping. We are creating a JSON prompt here to make sure the image prompt which we are receiving from AI agent won't have any special character. Otherwise, the prompt will fail when we pass it to Kie AI. The next node is called create images. Double click inside and see what we are doing here. So this is a HTTP request node, and we are calling Kie AI using post method. So what exactly is Kie AI? Kie AI is basically a API aggregator. So using Kie AI, you can use all the latest model without paying a monthly subscription. So how it works is you just add some credits to Kie AI account and use all these models for making your AI images and your AI videos. So we are going to use Nano Banana for creating these images. So first you have to authenticate by providing your Kie AI credentials. We are also passing a JSON prompt here. The JSON prompt is just saying task payload because we define task payload in the last node as the actual JSON prompt. Let's go to the next node, which is a wait node. It's basically saying wait for 5 seconds before going to the next node. The next node is updating this information back into our Google Sheet to our clips sheet. And then we are saying on this row number, add the task ID from Kie AI. And then this limit node is the next node, which is just used to run this entire loop together. So let's execute the loop by clicking the execute button here. If you go to your clips sheet, you will see that the task IDs are getting updated in our Google Sheet because the loop is running. Once all the task IDs are submitted, we can go to the next step, which is reading the clips sheet again. So we are basically reading the Google Sheet back into N10. The next couple of node is reading the images back from Kie AI. So we have another wait node here. We are basically waiting 1 second. Then we have a get image node here, which is again a HTTPS request node. This time we are using the get method to get the images back from Kie AI. This is the URL we need to pass. We have to pass our Kie AI credentials. Then we pass our task ID to Kie AI. So these 3 nodes have an error checking mechanism. If the task is not finished, by Kie AI, the loop will keep going again. Once all the tasks are successful, the next node is image URL. It's again an edit fields node where we are reading the image URL from the output given by Kie AI. And the last one is updating this image URL back to our clips sheet. So let's press the execute button here and it will bring all the image URL back from Kie AI. You can see all the image URL here. Let's go to the next node, which is the Google Sheet node, and we are updating this information of image URL back to our clips sheet. Let's execute this node. Now if you go to your Google Sheet, you have all the images available here. So this is one of the image. Let's go back to N10. This is the completion of step 3. Alright, let's go to step 4. Step 4 is generate clips. Here again, the first node is schedule trigger. Just execute this node. Then we are reading all the sheets back into N10. So let's execute all these 3 nodes together. Now we have a loop here also. I will explain you all the nodes in the loop. Then we execute the loop from here. Loop over item is just a node to create a loop. Next one is get images node. Double click inside. It's again a HTTPS request node. So right now the method we are using is get, and we are reading from this URL. The URL which we saved in the last step. We are using the data format for receiving this image. The next node is save images. Double click inside. This node is basically a read and write files from disk node. We are writing the files which are in the cache right now to the disk using this node. Once we have images saved in our disk, we are going to convert that image into the video using this node. It's an execute command node, and we are passing this command here. We are basically using FFmpeg to make the video out of that still image which we generated on Kie AI. So now let's run this loop by clicking here. If you go to your N10 Docker local directory, these clips are going to be saved here. Now let's go to step 5, which is combining all the clips for the chapter, add audio and captions for the chapter. This step again starts with schedule trigger. Just run it. The next 3 node is again a Google Sheet nodes where we are reading sheet 1, chapters and clips. Let's run all of them together. Now we have all the clip information back into our N10. The next node is prepare video list node. Double click inside. You will see this is a code node. We are running this node once for all item. Here we are making the list of all the clips available in the chapter using this JavaScript. Let's run this node. Now we have all the clips URL for the chapter in this string. The next node is basically combining the clips together to make the chapter video. Double click inside. This node is again a execute command node. And here we are passing this command, which basically concatenate all those videos together into a chapter video. Let's execute this node. So next couple of node is for adding the audio and captions to this video. The first one is reading the audio. Double click inside and see this is the read and write file from disk node. Basically we are passing the path of our audio URL which we created in step 1 to the N10. So let's execute this node. Next we are using OpenAI Whisper. This is another model which we gonna use to make sure the caption and audios are in perfect sync. This node is again a HTTPS request node, and we are using the post method, and we are passing the URL of our local Whisper API installation. And if you go to the Docker desktop, you will notice that we have our Whisper API installed on this board. We are also passing these query parameters. Let's execute this node. The output of this node is the data about how fast the word is spoken and all those details. Based on the information from Whisper API, now we are going to create the subtitles using this node, which is the code node, and we are passing this JavaScript to create subtitles for our video. Let's execute this node. Once we have the subtitles, we will add captions to our video using this node. Double click inside. You see this is an execute command node, and we are passing this command to this node. Basically we are doing some operations, and finally we are using FFmpeg command to add captions to our video. Let's execute this node. Once you execute this node, your video for the chapter is completely ready. You can see your video by going to the output directory under your N10 Docker local directory.
Welcome to the 9-step guide to true happiness. If you want to feel more joyful and fulfilled, this journey is for you. Today, we're diving into practical habits.
Let's save the path of this video back to our Google Sheet using these 3 nodes. The first node is adding video URL to the chapters sheet and saying that this chapter is now done. Execute this step. In the next node, we are reading the clips information back into our N10, and then in the next node, update, we are making sure we are changing the status of all the clips for the chapter to done. So now when you go back to your Google Sheet, all your clips for chapter 1 status is changed to done. So now we created one complete chapter using these steps. The next step is only executed when we have all the chapter information. So we have to repeat step 2 to 5 till we finish all the chapters. But this time we don't have to run all the nodes individually. We can simply run the entire steps by clicking here. This will create all the image prompts for chapter 2. We can also run step 3 by clicking here. The loop is designed to take some time so that all the image prompts are sent to Kie AI slowly. Let's run the step 4 for chapter 2 by clicking here. Similarly, you can run the step 5. Now I'm repeating the same steps for chapter 3, 4 and 5. Once this is done, now we have all the chapters ready. You can see that by going to your Google Sheet and click on the chapter sheet. You will see that all the chapters are now done. Once you have all the chapter information done, you can go to step 6, which is combining all the chapters together. If you want, you can also go to your local folder structure and see all the chapters individually here. Now let's combine all the chapters together using step 6. The first node again is a schedule trigger. So let's run this node. Now we are reading sheet 1 and chapter sheet. So let's execute both of these nodes together. Now this next node is join list node, which is again a code node, and we are using a small JavaScript here. This will make a list of all the chapters URL into a string. Once you have this list, you can combine the chapters using this node, which is an execute command node. Here we are passing this command to combine all the chapters together. Basically, it's a FFmpeg command with a concat operation. Let's run this node. Now you got your final video done. Update this final video URL back into your Google Sheet by running this node and changing our video status for this video 17 to 10. Let's execute this node and you guys are all done. Now if you go to sheet 1, our video 17 is done, and this is the path of your local directory where you can see your video. So let's see the video together. So here is your generated video.
Welcome to the 9-step guide to true happiness. If you want to feel more joyful and fulfilled, this journey is for you. Today, we're diving into practical habits and mindsets happy people use to experience real contentment, no matter what life throws their way. Ready to unlock the secrets of lasting happiness? Let's get started. First, happiness starts with a decision. Happy people choose to focus on the good every morning, even when things seem chaotic. Your mindset is your superpower.
This is really awesome video now. Using this N10 setup, you can make videos on the topics you are interested in with just few simple clicks on your local machine. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. Please do like and subscribe. And if you want the setup, you can go to the link in the description. Thank you so much. Bye.